warm reception to someone who is so worthy of it.
Oh, my God.
Still, thank you.
Thank you. But I want to say that it is wonderful to be here again, but it is wonderful because you should know we met when you... How old were you? Ron Howard was directing his very first movie,
Then
Night
I was
Shift.
6.
Then you were 6.
6.
And your mom was in it.
Yes.
And she brought you to the set, and that is the first time I met you. And now, look at you. Really. No, don't you worry. Don't you worry. It's okay. No? Okay. So, thank you for being here. It is such a pleasure. So, while we're waiting, is there anything you'd like to hear about? What? Arrested Development. Arrested Development. So I went as, for like 1 or 2 episodes, I went as the lawyer for the family. And thank you. And it was really hard for me to read, so I would ad-lib a lot. And I was there in my first scene in the living room with the rest of the family, and I have a bunch of Danish on the table. And I open my attaché case, and while I'm talking to them, I'm pulling the Danish closer and because, you know, I'm not a good lawyer. I don't know if I'm going to eat, so I just took and let the Danish fall into my attaché case, and I stayed for 5 years. You know? Really. But that was really written by a genius. Written by a genius.
Never happened to me in my life. Excuse me so much. I'm so sorry.
Are you a human being?
I wanted to ask a question. I wanted to play a game with you.
Yes.
Hey, Henry, it's the Fonz here. And I'm here to ask you a few questions for the Fast Five. What would Arthur Fonzarelli be up to in 2024?
All right, good question. What would he be up to? He would own a franchise of garages. That's what I'm thinking.
All right, next question.
Next question.
What should men know about how to treat a lady?
Oh, how to treat a lady. Mm-hmm. Okay, here it is. This I know for sure. Do not snap your fingers at a woman. It worked on TV, but they will break your fingers. Yeah.
Good to know.
That is not great.
Okay, Fonz, next question.
Yeah, really.
Do you have anything left of the Fonz? Any paraphernalia?
I have a jacket. They built me 5. And we ripped out the lining of one of the jackets in order to go water skiing, you know, to jump the shark.
Oh, of course.
So I got 2 jackets, and one of them I had auctioned off, and one of them I still have.
Well, that's funny you would bring that up
Because
the Fonz has a next question.
Okay.
When Fonzie jumped the shark, did you know it?
No, nor did I care, because we were #1 for many years after that. And, you know, at that time there were newspapers. People read newspapers. And they would, every time they mentioned Jump the Shark, they had a picture of me water skiing. And at that time, I had great legs.
I'm sure you still do. The legs don't change that much. Okay, one more question.
Turn on the jukebox, if you will, in your signature Fonzie style.
You want me to turn... You want me to turn on that jukebox?
Only if you would. I realize
just did this on the Emmys. I had 45 seconds with Ron Howard. And we were in Arnold's. They built us Arnold's, and it was they wrote us this little bit.
I loved the show so much.
50 years later, it was 50 years ago, and then all of a sudden he said, "You can do it, Henry." And 50 years of chemistry shot back into the room like it was yesterday. I just want to say that. All right, you going to help me? Hey.